Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm really excited to be showing you Amicus Anywhere. Amicus Anywhere connects you to your Amicus Attorney Premium through a browser. So whether you want to use a home PC, a Mac, an iPad or other tablets, or even a smartphone, you can manage your practice from wherever you might be. These days, it seems that everyone is talking about cloud solutions. Why? Well, there's the mobility, flexibility with different devices, and simplicity. Tablets like iPads are rapidly changing how we work. We don't want to be tied to our desks. With an iPad, we can do work almost anywhere. Or we may just want to work from our home PC or Mac. We also use smartphones constantly, and with them, we can connect to the internet and get almost any information we want. We want to be able to do all that with our law practice as well. The good news is that now we can. If you want a solution that is completely in the cloud, Amicus Cloud is the best available. Compared to the other legal cloud solutions, it has the deepest, richest features, amazing email integration, and phenomenal integration with the apps on your phone. But even Amicus Cloud pales in comparison to Amicus Attorney Premium when it comes to features. Amicus Premium is the world's leading practice management solution. Known for its ease of use, it has thousands of powerful features for improving your law practice. Features that simply can't be found in any pure cloud product. Not now and not for years to come. That's why we're so excited about Amicus Anywhere. Because with Amicus Anywhere, you get to have your cake and eat it too. You get all the power and security of Amicus Premium, and you get all the benefits of the cloud as well. Okay, enough talking. Let's have a look. Here on the screen, this is my office in Amicus Attorney Premium, the desktop version. There's so much I'd love to show you here in my Amicus, but I'm just going to have a look at a couple of things so that you get a context for how this works in a browser. From my office, I can navigate to the different aspects with the navigator down here. So for instance, I can go to my Files module right here. These are my files that I'm working on as a lawyer. I can open a file by clicking on it, and here is all the detail of the Bailey Reed Kipling matter. Notes, events, time spent, communications, and so on. Here's my calendar. So you can see I have a meeting this morning, business development meeting with a possible new client, and a motion this afternoon. A list of things to do, the most important of which is a demand letter I've got to get out on the Bailey Reed Kipling matter. I've got a Rolodex full of all the people in my practice. I've got timesheets where I keep track of all my billable time. 4 items in so far for about 3.7 hours. Lots of work left to do today. I've got other modules including my communications module where I keep track of all my phone messages and phone calls that I've had today. So that's what's going on in my practice today from a desktop point of view. Now let's switch to Amicus Anywhere. So I've switched into a browser. I'm on my PC, but I could be using any modern browser on any device anywhere. I've logged into Amicus, and this is what I see. We'll talk a bit more about what you can do here from the office a little later, but you can see the main aspects are my navigation across the top. Let's go to the files. Here is the same list of files you just saw. Here's the Bailey Reed Kipling matter. The same list of peoples on the file are right here. The same file summary is right here. I can add people, select a person and send an email to them or a phone call just by clicking on them right there. My file includes other information like my appointments. So here is a list of everything upcoming on the Bailey Reed Kipling matter, and the initials of the firm member are shown right here, along with a column that shows me whether or not a time entry has been done. If we click to see past appointments as well, you can see not only what's coming up in the future, but everything that's coming on or has taken place in the past. I can create a new appointment for the file just by clicking there, of course. Here's all the tasks on the Bailey Reed Kipling matter, and again I can see everything that's got to be done in the future, or I can review everything that was done in the past. Here's a history of all the phone calls and phone messages on the file. Notice again that I can see not only the phone calls that I've taken, I'm logged in as Heather Gavel, but I can see phone calls that others in my firm, Jack McCoy, George Gown, and others have had on this file. So again, great collaboration from the cloud. I'm in a browser. Here's all the time entries in the file. And here's the notes on the file. So I've got full file management right here in a browser. Let's switch to the calendar. As you can see, the calendar is a very visual graphical representation of my day, just like it was on the desktop. I can see that there's that interview with a possible new client. Notice that it's hyperlinked to the file if I want to review my business development file. And there's my motion for discovery. Let's say the client calls and wants to move that meeting to 9 a.m. I just have to move it up to 9 a.m. and there it is. I can put in a new appointment if somebody wants to meet me for lunch. I'm just going to drag across, schedule my lunch right there. It's so easy to do. I can establish a variety of different things, whether things are an all-day events related to a file or not, track all the people or contacts relating to it, keep notes on it, set up for repeats, all just right from here. And it's that easy and fast to put a lunch into my calendar. I can navigate to different days of my calendar right from here, or I can see a group calendar. So right now it's showing calendars for me. I just click there, and there's all the calendars for my work group. So Lindsay Dole is in orange, George Gown is in green, and I'm in blue. And I can see everything everyone in my work group is doing. And I can select from all my firm members if I want to see any other cross-section of people in my firm whose calendars I want to see. Very, very powerful, flexible. And again, notice the speed. I am working in a browser, and this is working real time. Something else that's important to know is when I put in that lunch, that is instantly real time in my Amicus Attorney at the desktop. So while I'm working here on the road with my laptop, on an iPad, or wherever else, the minute I put something in on my browser, it is back in my desktop. Here's my list of tasks. Remember the same list of tasks we saw? And again, I have the toggle to be able to show what I'm doing or what others in my work group or others are doing. And there's that demand letter to the first edition publishing. Let's mark it done. So the minute I mark it done, it comes off the list. Here's something else that's been done, and let's do a time entry for that. Produce undertaking, and there it was, just like that. I've done a time entry for whatever I was doing. Next, we'll go to the contacts. Here is my list of contacts. Again, the same list of contacts as we saw before. I can pick anybody, open them up, see all the information about them, and I have a variety of other types of information relating to them, all available to me right here. Here's my phone calls. So right now I've got it set to show me all my callbacks, which is my messages. So there's the same little pink slip messages that I had on my desktop. You can see the file they relate to. Again, they're hyperlinked so I can go to them quickly, and the fact that a callback's required. Or I can say, show me all my incoming and outgoing phone calls for today. And with a click, there's not only my messages, but other phone calls I've had today. And notice that it's telling me as well in this column over here whether or not I've done a time entry for it. So I'm on the road, but I'm still able to track my billable time and to know what's had a time entry done and what hasn't. So for example, this phone call to Frank Sydenham, I didn't do a time entry. I'll do one right now by selecting it, doing the time entry, and saving that. And you'll notice as soon as I do, the word done appears in here so that I know I've done it. I can select one of these messages, return the call by clicking on there, and so on. Very fast, powerful practice management. Let's flip over into the time module. Here are the time entries that I've been doing so far today. If I want to click and create a new one, I'll just create a new one here. If I want to type in the file that this relates to, I can click right here, and you'll notice I've got two widget co-files. I only had to type the first few letters, select the one. Notice also that it instantly knows that my billing rate for that file is a special billing rate. I've got activity codes available to me here. All of the activity codes that might relate to a special client file, task-based billing, special activity codes, or just my normal activity codes are all going to be available to me here. And of course I can enter a description for what I've done, start or stop a timer, or just manually change the time right there. Fast, easy management of time. Wherever I am in Amicus Anywhere, I might be looking at for instance, my time entries here, but I can always just click this and get a new item of any kind I want. All right, so as we said, all of this information that we're doing is going back in real time back to our desktop version. So I'm going to flip back to the desktop version. Here we are, and let's go have a look. So here are my timesheets. There are those new time entries we just put in through a browser. So of course I'm working on one computer, but I could have been the other side of the world with my browser, and in the same amount of time, those time entries would all be back on my computer at my desktop, which is fantastic because that means the information I'm putting in is available real time to my assistant, to my colleagues, others who are working with me can see what I'm doing, can get out bills on this file or whatever else. If we go to my calendar, there's that lunch I put in, and so on. Alright, let's go back briefly to Amicus Anywhere, and here in the home screen you can see right here a message, go to Amicus Time Tracker. What is that? Well, Amicus Anywhere includes a second product called Amicus Time Tracker. Time Tracker is an app that runs on your smartphone, iPhones, Android phones, and so on. So with Time Tracker, you can see and do your time entries anywhere, anytime. And the big benefit of that is all you have to have is your phone in your pocket, and when that client phones you and you're out of the office, or you quickly dash off an email from your phone on a client matter, you can capture the billable time for that, and so save billable time you were otherwise losing. There's a separate video that shows you all about Time Tracker, so I'll leave you to watch that if you're interested. I'd love to show you more, but you've probably got a sense for it now. Amicus Anywhere gives you the best of both worlds. The security of having your own database on your own server. Nothing is stored in the cloud or on your device. The full power and functionality of the world's best, most complete practice management system, far, far more than any cloud product. And you get the freedom to use it from anywhere on any device with a secure, instant, live connection. That's why we say you can have your cake and eat it too with Amicus Premium and Amicus Anywhere. Thanks for listening.